Yo, guys, it's me, Flipsinton here. Welcome back to Nemesis Gaming League. We are here in the, oh, that's my Waterberg order. Don't check that out. That's mine. Don't worry about that. I had time to order food in the middle of the match. You know how it goes. But this one, we're back in. We're getting this Diffusion Crow series getting started here for game number 2. Y'all did see the ending of game 1 before the stream gave a goal explosion and then it exploded. So, kind of poetic in a way.
It
Either
was just
way,
so
Diffusion.
fire.
It literally was fire. Diffusion got to bounce back after that game 1 here at Ventus. Who are you looking to? What are you looking for? Maybe after this timeout, maybe they change something up.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing is I feel like Subzero got beat a lot in the midfield. I'm looking at him to be kind of the player who is the one to beat. Like, I think that the Crows played really well. I think that the Crows are a very solid team. I think that they are going to be able to play well into Diffusion, especially because I think they're a very fast and coordinated team, which is something that is like kind of hard to come by in Novice. And I think that they give a Diffusion a hard time. I think that you have to play very fast to be able to beat them, and I think Subzero and Div, I'm expecting those guys to play very fast. I thought Subzero got beat a little bit too frequently in the midfield. He kind of had bad challenges, and so I'm looking at him to step it up, obviously, but I think that either way, it was a really close game. I mean, it was a 3 or 4 minute overtime, and, there was a couple mishaps with maybe we should have reset it from kickoff, but, none here nor there. And I think overall, I think it's going to be a really close series. Game 1 was really close. This game looks to start off really close, and I think that both these teams are just getting ramped up.
Yeah, and obviously might need some more time to ramp up. Maybe got a little ice. You never know. But going here into game number 2, a minute in, no team with a shot registered quite yet. As Div gonna hit that one to the sidewall. Subzero gonna leave that one as Div on it once again. Div, nice fake there. That one gonna be free for MeepGod now as that one hits off the corner. Mallow with a good touch, and Mallow I think has been played really well in that game 1, and I want to see more out of it. As Div hits that one into the corner, and it's going to be Earn getting that outlet pass here. Good positioning there from Earn, and a great follow up from MeepGod as well. I do think that this right here is the kind of play that Crows love to make, and Mallow just has to make that read.
Yeah, it's just a very quick read. Unfortunately, in Novice League, you'll find players who are able to read the backboard very quickly as well, and you have to kind of make up for it. You have to be able to read it, play the block, and unfortunately, Mallow was not able to do so. And I think that that's one of the reasons what makes Crows so dominant is they're able to play it off the backboard, able to follow up the touches and passes to the backboard, and really just utilize that. Because a lot of players, especially in Novice, don't have the best backboard defense. And another play coming here where Tall Man looking for a redirect might be on target off the backboard once again, but this time it is going to be saved away by Subzero. Good read from him, but the Diffusion roster isn't out of the woods just yet. Another bump attempt coming through. Another beat by Tallman on Subzero. Div having to make the save. And the Crows still up 1-0 with just about half the game remaining.
Half the game remaining and all the pressure in the world, it feels like, as MeepGod puts that one up high. Zero boost to work with here, so Mallow is going to have a free touch, but Earn takes out Subzero. Mallow looking for another one. The shots there, but Tallman with a nice save. Tallman reading something, but definitely not that ball. As Div now gets a nice clear, and it's going to be Earn getting a better one as pins that one all the way to the other corner. And that one is a huge demo comes out, but no shot as Earn puts that one to the backboard. A follow-up maybe, but Mallow going to have a beautiful touch into the corner for his team. Mallow now looking for the clear on the other end where Earn already all the way back. Beautiful fake there, and it's going to be a shot attempt as that ball now falls in Tallman's hands. Tallman with a beautiful beat there. Tallman looking for the pinch mid. That ball going to get around Mallow. Subzero is going to be there for the clear to the corner. Subzero with another bang, and this kind of just feels like Diffusion. They get the ball, they get it clear, they get a touch towards the opponent's backboard. This time they got some demos, though, and Mallow's able to put that one in the back of the net.
Yeah, just a great play. I mean, maybe a little bit of a fake there from Div, maybe just a misread, but gonna catch the defense lacking. Tall playing that backboard, waiting for the touch to come through from Div, and when it doesn't, he gets all thrown out of sorts. The Fusion able to capitalize, able to get back in it, and even with their only 2 shots right now, they have been able to get back into this series. Looking for these players to step up once again. Div, I feel like, has played very quick, but has made a couple misplays and missed touches. Subzero, same thing. And Mallow just needs
Huh.
to get better reads on the ball as another touch comes through off the back wall. Just unfortunately, that one not going to be on. MeepGod looking for another beat, gets it, looking for a bump as well. Mallow gets bumped. Has a free shot, tries to take it a little slow, taking a control touch, and Div gonna pounce all over that one, keep that one from getting any more dangerous, and allow Diffusions to clear it out once again. 1 minute remaining, and it looks like we're very even on this front, but Mallow, a mistouch there, gonna lead to them having to play some more defense as Earn not going to be able to really get that one. Going to give the ball back away. Diffusion still in the driver's seat.
I thought I shot to Shega on the pitch right there with that backflip, but instead it's going to be Subzero looking for the 50. Instead, gonna go through. Maybe too soon for that one as Div gets a nice beat on one. That ball gonna be bouncing nicely for him. Earn with a beautiful 50 though. Gets the boost as well, but Mallow gonna get the dunk there. 39 seconds remaining. Tall man out to Earn. Earn trying to get the pop, and Sub-Zero hits on one to the backboard where Div might be waiting. Div with the shot. That's a bouncer. Earn hits that one off the crossbar. Mallow couldn't get a touch. Looking for a follow-up from Subzero, but Subzero wants nothing to do with that one. Div gets a nice beat off the corner. That ball across mid. Mallow in the opposite side hits that one to the back wall. Looking for a pass down. Not going to have it earned, though. Zero boost, so a little awkward. Div going to get the beat. That ball bouncing up high. Zero boost on the side of Crows here. Still a clear out from Earn. Sub-Zero's pre-jump can send that one to the sidewall here. Time running out. A huge bump. Mallow looking for the turn. The 50's not quite in favor of him. Tall man has the shot. Sub-Zero has the save. Pops that one high into the corner. Looks like we might be having overtime here with that dunk. And overtime it is here in game number 2. Had a 5-minute banger in game 1. A 5-minute pause. Just kidding, it was 15. It felt like as Earn trying to get a clear there. But these teams have been playing Rocket League for about 35 minutes. And we're only one deep. Make that 2. Mallow puts that one away. A great pass. A better finish. And Diffusion tie this series up.
Yeah, and Sub-Zero kind of gets a fake out on Tall at the beginning. He is able to get back to it, puts a great pass midfield for Mallow. Mallow, a great shot, getting a lot of power on that one, able to make sure that that gets past both the defenders. Diffusion gonna take game number 2, even out the series score, and I mean, it's still a very close series, very evenly matched. 4 demos on both sides, very close in shot totals, very close in the save totals. Maybe a couple of misses there coming out from the side of Diffusion with a little bit of that shooting percentage. But I think overall these teams are very evenly matched, which is crazy to say between the 1 and 6 seed in Novice League. But I feel like right now both these teams are very neck and neck, and we can only just see how it's going to end up.
Yeah, I do think the Diffusion roster looks slower than this Crows team, except for Div. I think Div is playing up to the Crows' speed. However, I do think on the other end, Subzero played a very solid third man for him, and yeah, and that one from Tallman is going to be a nice kickoff strat, and I swear I'm watching some kind of Nebula here, rendition here with the kickoff strat. Falls perfectly for Tall and Vintage Man. I know you're getting flashbacks right now.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Crows, but unfortunate for Diffusion, but you just gotta regain. That's just how it goes. The kickoffs will go in your favor, kickoffs will go not in your favor, and kickoffs will rubber band very hard. So that's all I have to say about that one. As it looks like Diffusion, maybe a shot on target. Meep got an amazing save, able to keep that one out, looking to get the clear out as well. Gonna try to get the follow-up. Sub-Zero is gonna be first to this one though, and Diffusion trying to recover from that kickoff goal, and Mallow having to make a great save off of the great shot from Earn Tall, getting a Cuxer pinch, trying to get that one back on target. Mallow not going to be able to get the read. Div has to jump up for this one, has to use some more resources. MeepGod gonna be first to this one once again. Crows just continue to lay on the pressure, continue to add to their midfield presence as Sub-Zero has to try to clear this one out again, is able to get a beat as well, and he's going to be able to make it. So Diffusion has a shot opportunity. Mallow is there in the midfield, but a great clear away from MeepGod.
MeepGod, though, still putting up so much work here. He did get demoed. Tries to get the chow there, and Tallman's going to have a free catch because of it. Mallow didn't want that one. It was too easy for him. Double jumps over that shot, and probably a goal if he doesn't do that. His Div up in the air. That ball dropping back down. Mallow there for that one. MeepGod able to get the touch and the clear here. Ern now looking for the counterattack. That one off the backboard. I've seen this play before, but Div is the one answering that call. Tall, last man back. Huge fake there by Div. Subzero looked for the pass. Subzero, though, couldn't get the demo afterwards, so it's a free clear there for Ern. Subzero's touch is going to be met by Tall Man in the corner. Mallow tried to get, or had to dodge the demo, so he's backing it up. And Div is going to get the follow. Div looking for one more touch, and it's a great one, but Tall has that one. Red, who's been sitting third man beautifully. A great shot, though, from Subzero. Tall Man gets a nice beat as well, and Subzero keeps that ball in play. I've seen a lot of similarities between these two teams, but MeepGod has been a difference maker. A huge shot here, one touch, but the follow-up, the angle, and Div a little awkward in net there. Ventus Crows go up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, MeepGod has been so good. He's been so fast in the midfield. It seems like anytime he goes for the ball, he's able to beat out every single player from this Diffusion roster. He has been absolutely phenomenal so far in this series. And, I mean, we're just getting started, right? Both these games gone to OT. Both were very close. But I feel like MeepGod is a man among men, as, you know, it's kind of in his name. He looks to kind of take the lead on this Crows roster, kind of lead their rotation, kind of be that first man acquiring space, getting beats in the midfield, and Tallman is going to just air dribble it through the entire team, as well as he's getting past Div, get it past Mallow, and he is going to add a third goal, mind you, to this Crows roster. And, you know, it was really close in games 1 and 2 overtimes, but Crows trying to make a statement in game number 3, trying to make sure that they do not fall in the same path.
Yeah, and I do think the Crows have looked better throughout the series, and I think the defense is starting to falter here if you are Diffusion. Now, can this Diffusion roster pick it back up? A Subzero is going to go for this touch on this one, but MeepGod, less boost, doesn't jump first, doesn't matter. Still able to get there, get the clear. A huge pass, though, and a free one there as Div gets a free shot. Ern, that's not the right team.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe not. Maybe just a little panicky there as MeepGod double commits with him. MeepGod low boost, though, are not the greatest of touches, and I think he knows it instantly there. I mean, they both know that they made a mistake double committing, but either way, they're going to have to try to recover. They are still up with a 2-goal lead. They're going to look to try to recover and build back onto that, regain the momentum, and it's really going to be up to Diffusion. We've seen that they've kind of been beaten out in this midfield play, and we'll have to see if they're able to overcome that, as it seems like Crows right now the faster team, but an own goal may be coming out from MeepGod, but it works out in the favor. They're able to get the clear, but not for long, as Subzero is able to find that angle off the backboard bounce and put that one in the back of the net, and a couple miscues there on defense have caused the Crows their 3-goal lead, and really, now it's very close. It's a 1-goal game.
Yeah, and I do think that the Crows have kind of turned up the pace a little bit. Subzero, I think, of being a lot more proactive, and that's what I want out of him. Tallman and Subzero have been sitting third man, I feel like, all series long for these two teams. This Diffusion roster, best whenever they're scoring a lot of goals and not playing defense. Now Subzero has to do it. Ern, looking for the cringe. Subzero gets the save off the crossbar there. MeepGod trying to play a little bit more possession here. Trying to get in the way, but Tallman all the way back. Playing really safe here as third, and gets a huge 50 there, waiting for the challenge from Mallow. But MeepGod now able to get the clear. Div has to jump for this one, hits that one to the corner. Tallman is waiting for it. Tallman towards the backboard. Subzero looking for the clear, and he gets a nice one. MeepGod trying to get the turn, but that ball bouncing straight down. It's just on target. Subzero takes that one and ties up this game, and MeepGod doing it all for both teams.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen a couple miscues, mistouches coming out from MeepGod. We saw he almost had that shot redirect back into his own net, and then we see another mistouch there, going to cause another goal for this roster. And MeepGod was doing very well in the beginning. It seems like he might be trying to play a little too fast for his own good, as Div trying to get another shot on target, but it's finally going to be cleared away, and thankfully that comes sooner rather than later, as Tall having to clear this one out once again. Tie game with just a minute left. We could be seeing another overtime. That would be absolutely, crazy, but Ern trying to do his best not to see that happen as he tries to get that shot on target, but once again, cleared back to the Crows half. They're having to play defense once more, and Mallow, a great 50 there. MeepGod having to clear this one out. Div is there off the bump, though. Ern clears that one out wide once again, gives it right to Subzero, though, and Subzero looking to help start something up for Diffusion.
25 seconds remaining, and Mallow trying to put the game winner in. Not going to go through. Does get the demo on MeepGod, though, and Div getting a nice 50. MeepGod with the godly spawn there. Earn gets a nice pop. That one going to the backboard, and Div can't get there. Mallow, he has the read, though. Gets the nice clear. Tall man knows MeepGod's back, and MeepGod's in the air. Be careful. Gets another touch. Mallow has to clear that one out. Tall hitting that one off the backboard. Is Earn going to be there for the shot? Subzero got a touch. Got the save. We've got overtime here, and you said something yada yada yada. Crows running away. No overtime here in game 3. Psych, I lied. Welcome to game 3 overtime. 3 for 3 in the overtime. Let's see if Diffusion can pull this one out, or will it be Crows answering right back? Diffusion, though, the one's on offense here. Puts that one across. MeepGod gets the banger of a clear. Tall man, what are you doing there? He's up. Doesn't get the bump. MeepGod doesn't get the follow-up touch, and Mallow one-on-one versus Earn. Gets that one to the back wall. Mallow looking for the follow-up shot. It's there! And Mr. Mallow, the old man himself, he's gotten a winning Titan, and he's looking for a playoff Nemesis chip here. And can that happen? I don't know, but he's going to go ahead and win game 3 here for Diffusion.
Yeah, just another double commit. Earn kind of realizes, he kind of tries to back off, but it's too late. Mallow is there for the follow-up, and man, Diffusion able to snatch it back. They had a 3-0 lead and kind of trolled it away. Diffusion have been able to claw their way back and get back into this series. Crows having to make some adjustments now. They might need, I won't say call their timeout yet, but man, it's really frustrating to lose when you have been up for the entire game and just the last few seconds losing and having to go to overtime. And Mallow, great shot. Subzero played great. Div played great on the follow-ups as well. Played really good in the midfield. All of them speeding up as well to match the Crows. And Crows, while trying to find another level, have kind of started to make some errors, to make some cracks in their armor. And Diffusion has capitalized on them.
Yeah. They also made those cracks in the armor as well. The demo count was 8-0 in favor of Diffusion. Not saying that plays a part in the game. However, cringe players do demo a lot. That's why I do it. So, we'll see if Diffusion continue to play that way, and unethical Rocket League is what we call it. But, it works. And let me tell you, they'll take whatever they can get here in Game 4. Looking to bounce back are the Crows. Earn, though, with 0 boost, and Mallow gets the shot. The bouncer. Tall man with the nice save. Subzero with the demo. Although, all that did was give Earn some boost, and Subzero has to race back. Div a little awkward, able to get the 50 MeepGod. And Tall man somehow getting that ball still in front of the Diffusion net here. Now Subzero on the attack. Mallow hits that one to the backboard. Mallow looking for the follow-up touch here. Gonna hit that one off. Tall man, 0 boost still. Able to get the clear. Gets a nice touch, but Div on it. Div open net, and he doesn't miss those. Huge read here by Div, and a great 50 as well. 1-0 lead here for Diffusion.
Yeah, I mean, just great speed, kind of ego challenges Tall there. He's able to just kind of read the touch, read the pop, get the follow-up, and build off of what allowed them to come back in game number 3. They're looking to add on more for game number 4 as Earn has to clear this one out wide. And we see this Crows roster just continue to make more mistakes. They're trying to play super fast, and it worked for them in the first couple games, but it has not worked since. They have since kind of been matched in terms of speed, and Diffusion has had better touches. They've been more to each other, and that's a great passing play there from Div to Subzero. Subzero putting that one in the back of the net, and a 2-0 lead now. Div, it's just a great pass, and Tall, last man back, not able to get back in time, and another kind of misrotation, a miscue there from this roster, allowing just a freebie to kind of roll in the back of their net.
Crows looking for a sign of life here. As Subzero goes for the flip reset, doesn't get a follow-up as Earn. Passes that one over to MeepGod. MeepGod with a nice touch, but Div able to make the save. That's a good shot there from Mr.MeepGod, but not enough to get past this Diffusion team. That ball met by Subzero as Div and Mallow pinch that one out. Earn. The follow not going to be there as Div has to play this one now. Gets bumped as well. MeepGod a little awkward. Div goes to get the touch, in Subzero with the 100 boost, going to look for the chow. A nice dunk, but Tall man already up in the air. That ball bounces back mid for Mallow. Mallow with a great shot there. MeepGod just too awkward. But from downtown, Mallow puts that one top shelf.
Just a great speed. Earn not able to find the touch. Would have gotten the B if he was able to, but Mallow able to play through it, able to get the touch, able to put that one in the back of the net, and man, MeepGod almost had the save, but just a little bit too awkward. Diffusion, a 3-goal lead now, very polar opposite than what we saw in that last game with Crows having a 3-0 lead, and it seems like Diffusion has flipped the script, if you say, and they have gone with 7 unanswered goals. But that is an answer right there in itself. Is a great pass and a beautiful shot coming out there from Tall.
You tell Tall to do that 10 out of 10 times, or 10 more times, I should say. He's not hitting that one again, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. He's hitting it now when it matters. And with 3 minutes, 3 seconds left, Crows, they know that they can score. This is doable. Life is not over. The playoffs are still here. They still have a chance to make the grand final. But Div going to make that as difficult as possible. Now it's Subzero's turn. Subzero with some great control. It gets the beat on Earn there. That ball floating in the midfield. Mallow not able to get to it. Subzero going to get the beat. That one off the backboard. Div not going to go. Biding his time with the 100 boost. And he can be so dangerous. That one to the corner. Looking for the double. That one bounces mid. Mallow! The unicorn couldn't get a goal there. Still looking dangerous here as Subzero gets a nice pop. Subzero looking for the fake. Oh my goodness, he still gets a 50 as well. The shot, Tall Man gonna have that save all the way over to the side. That ball bouncing up beautifully. But Subzero not gonna get the touch. Earn got the beat. Tall couldn't get the follow-up. MeepGod didn't either, but he got a little too close. So Div going for the musty. That one off the corner, and Subzero gets a beautiful pop. Subzero with the fake underneath God. Subzero with not a lot of boost, but gets a nice flick. Tall. It would put that one back into the corner. 2 minutes remaining here in game number 4. This one is going to be match point if Diffusion can hold this lead, but Mallow making sure that doesn't happen easily as he blocks Subzero's clear there. Div going to try to take control, but can only get a beat on one. Subzero going to get a beat on the other. Div turning that one around. Gets a nice pop. Tall waiting so patiently as third. Trying to get the beat, and he does. Subzero last man still goes. MeepGod able to get the 50, and now it feels like Crows have matched the pace a little bit more here, Ventus. They're looking more primed and ready for these scoring opportunities, and also to get scored on unless Tall is able to make that save right there.
Yeah, the Crows really ramping it up once again. It seems like once these teams find a level they're matched, they keep and increase their level as well. MeepGod looking for a touch. Not going to be able to find that one on target as he might have should have had that one earned. Not going to be able to get that touch either. And Div might have the counterattack. Third man goes from the Crows and Diffusion. Get a little freebie open net there off of a couple mistakes on the offensive side of the ball this time. And you just talked about how they were matching the pace, but unfortunately Div seems to be a little bit quicker.
Yeah, that one is going to be huge for Diffusion. A 3-goal lead with a minute remaining. Not a lot of teams can throw that one, but not a lot of teams are this Crows roster. I think they can come back from this, but we'll have to see some miracle plays happen, and we need Div to not pop off if you're the Crows. MeepGod, though, gonna lose that 50 hard. Tall Man, who I think needs to be more active in the offense. He is their best playmaker whenever he's going, and that just hasn't been seen here. As MeepGod gonna put a nice shot on. Mallow in the net is gonna make a nice save. That one is going to be kind of what it feels like the last real chance here for Crows as Diffusion just need to waste 30 more seconds and go up match point here against this Crows roster, which has been playing well. Couple off games, though, and it feels like this Diffusion team has kind of taken hold of this series as they continue to pile on the pressure. Tall, who had a beautiful shot before, gets in the way that time. MeepGod going to put that one away. I think Subzero might have cleared that himself. I don't know, but yeah, I think so. But that's still nice little, gimme goal, I guess, going into the next game here for Crows as they cut this lead down to 2. But obviously, Ventus, it's too little too late here.
You never say never with 11 seconds left.
Never.
2 kickoff goals could happen. You could get it, but as the ball trickles back into the Crows half and the clock winds down, maybe it is too late. And it looks like the Crows are going to drop this one. Diffusion gonna take it. Diffusion going up to match point. Tall calling that timeout and really, really just forcing the issue. They're going to have to talk about what to change. They're making too many mistakes there. And it's really come down to, I think, quality of touches. I feel like in games 1 and 2 especially, even 3, the Crows, I feel like their touches were really good. Their follow-ups were there. They're towards their own team. And I feel like in these last couple of games they've been kind of fractured. I feel like they haven't been as cohesive, and um, I feel like we have yet to see the best of what the Crows can do, which is scary for Diffusion. They want to try to end this out just as early as possible. Um, and I think that they definitely got to be back on the same page.
Yeah, and I think if you're Diffusion, you're happy with the lead you have now because like we didn't even talk about this, but they had like an extra bye week, right? Like we knew that they had the bye week, they got the bye, they're the 1 seed, yada yada yada. But like not playing the game together for that long, that matters. That hurts. Um, so obviously, I'm assuming they got some scrims in there. I don't track novice scrims. Surprise, surprise. But not playing the game for however long it was. I think it was a 2 week break for them, and potentially more with the novice schedule. I think I'm very impressed after that game one with technical difficulties. There is I feel like bouncing back after that, winning 3 straight, getting that confidence back. I don't know if it hurt. I don't know if it hurt him. I don't know if it helped him. Yada yada yada. You can make whatever argument you want, but I think the bounce back is what's really impressive. And seeing them now, I think they all kind of figured out their role. I like the more aggressive Subzero. I like Mallow shooting, and Mallow on defense has been playing better as well. But you got to talk about the big man, the first man, the dunker, the challenger, everything. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's Div. He's that dude, and he's been that dude all series. And I think last 3 games kind of shown why he is that guy. And so, if you're gonna beat this Diffusion team, you got to start by taking out Div. Let's see if they can do it here. Crows, they had time to think about it. They got time to strategize. I don't know what you would be cooking here, but Ventus, I think this Crows team they might be a little cooked. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I think I'm telling Tall to sweep the leg on Div and just kind of take him out of the equation. If you get that reference, props to you. But I just think that Tall kind of being a nuisance to Div, trying to just demo him, trying to get him off the ball, trying to force him early so that he can't get these beats is going to be something that's going to be important. Not specifically Tall, but just really anybody not giving too much space, not allowing too much to go through. And I mean, misses on the corner boost like that are going to not really help as Tall can't make any challenges in the midfield. Is going to get demoed as well for his efforts, but Subzero having to get back, having to get it cleared there as well, just to make sure that the ball doesn't go in his own net. And the Crows trying to come out once again, trying to play aggressive early on, and it seems like that's been their go-to formula, that it's been their bread and butter. If they can't play offense, nobody can type of vibe, and Mallow not going to be able to find that save, and a great shot coming out once again from this roster. MeepGod finding his footing, getting a good pop. Mallow just not able to read it.
Honestly, this is a really good shot. Like the amount of power and the amount of lift on that one, really, I'm surprised. That's a really good shot there from MeepGod, who I think is the biggest X factor for me on this Crows roster. It's just I've seen so many great plays and so many bad plays out of MeepGod. Like he's just that difference maker. As Earn trying to be a difference maker there, not able to put that one away. Tall 0 boost in this corner, so a little awkward here. Div and Mallow both up, both don't touch the ball though. MeepGod shot not going to be on target as Mallow races back. Tall trying to get a touch. Mallow bangs out off his own backboard, and Earn with a 1 touch. Trying to get the follow-up towards the midfield. It's going to be Tall once again. MeepGod last man back. Doesn't matter. He's going anyway. MeepGod 1 more touch. That ball floating mid. No shooter there for the Crows and Div. A long clear, but Tall keeping that midfield pressure up. Keeping that ball in the Diffusion corner. Earn off the backboard. MeepGod shot. Not going to be there. And that's the kind of play I'm talking about from MeepGod. That's a pretty open net. He pre-flipped it. If he doesn't flip and just tries to double jump or, just not flip at all and just fly and hits the ball on target, I think it's a goal. So it's just about making those little mistakes into goals. This Crows team definitely looking for the comeback. Looking prime for it as well with a great pass there and a great shot from Earn, who has stepped up massively in this game. And that's what we want to see. I think Tallman's a great player, but these two, MeepGod and Earn, I think definitely need to step up if Crows want to make this comeback.
Yeah, and I mean, MeepGod had a great pass there. He slows the play down, baits out Subzero, gets the pop over Div, and Earn is there for the follow-up. A great play. Crows looking to utilize their timeout to the fullest, going up 2-0, and I think the biggest thing that I see is just they look like very individualistic players. Crow's not really relying on any passing plays and more so relying on beats. And when they do pass, like we just saw, they have been able to capitalize very frequently and they have a very high success rate on that. So look to pass more is what I'd hope to say to this Crows team, and kind of just find each other more. Utilize the outlet passes to kind of get rid of a lot of pressure, and I mean, try not to double commit as, you know, a double commit comes through. But the clear is good enough. Subzero having to use all of his boost to get back. Mallow commits as second man. Div commits as third man, but he's able to get a beat. He's able to get the follow, but not the shot on target. And Mallow trying to get the shot there as well. Tall having to clear this one off to the side. And this Crows team looking to just take it game at a time, trying to just win, take it win by win, take it game by game, and just try to finish this series.
You know, Ventus, as a man that had to try to make a reverse sweep, you know all too well what it's like trying to win on games on match point. Heck, I was on match point for a second there. So I understand it too. It's tough, and if you're this Crows team, I think they're handling the pressure well. An early lead is what they got, and that's what you'd like to see. Now they got to hold on to it. But that ball off the backboard, Mallow, that's a floater into the top corner, and Subzero gonna put that one away. MeepGod with a great save here, but the follow-up wasn't there. Mallow just puts a nice little chip floater into the corner. Awkward save for MeepGod. Subzero with the great finish. Diffusion cut that lead in half, and they're looking ready. And Ventus, whenever I see games like this, the team that's losing had the lead, they have a 2-goal lead, the time's running out, you think, okay, they're going to take this game. The other team gets a goal. And then the momentum starts to swing a little bit. And this Diffusion team, they're the type of team, you score one, they're looking primed to score another. So we just got to wait and see it happen. As Subzero shot not going to be on target, but the offense once again started here for Diffusion. As Earn trying to get that ball clear. There's a minute remaining here. Can this Diffusion team this Crows team hold on, or will this Diffusion team find another answer? Subzero shot not going to be on target. The net was open there. 45 seconds remaining here. Mallow not going to get a touch there. Subzero on the on the sidewall, not going to have a challenge, so it's going to be Div getting that ball clear. Tall continuing to put this ball in the corner, and Subzero get that ball over Ern's head. This one has to be a great touch there from Ern, but that ball floating straight mid. Mallow the shooter. Mallow the finish. 30 seconds left, and Mallow puts the equalizer in.
Yeah, and just a good dunk there from Subzero. Mallow was able to get there. The double commit trying to just make the save, and Crows had the 2-0 lead. You talked about thinking that they're going to win the game, but all of a sudden the momentum shifts, and Diffusion taking full advantage of that momentum, trying to close this series out here. And they have been playing very well together as a team, and this is a great pass. Div open net there, able to slot that one. A great pass there from Mallow. Counterattack comes through off the mistake. An overcommit and rotations coming through from the Crows, and Diffusion go down from down 2 to up 1. And with only 20 seconds left, they gotta hold on now. They gotta stop this Crows roster from being able to regain any sort of momentum and coming back.
I think the Crows might have just sung their last goodbye here. This one looking like Diffusion. It's their names written all over. It is their game to lose at this point. Tall trying to make one last play happen. Mallow does not let him go easily. Div with a nice clear. Anybody on the side of ball? It's Earn with 0 boost. Beats MeepGod, but Tall has some boost, has some time. Not gonna have the touch. And Diffusion win this series in 5. A huge win here for Diffusion after a rocky game 1. And I do think a bounce back, maybe some rust in there, not playing for a couple weeks. I think after game 1, we saw a different Diffusion roster. I think you saw Div step up his speed immensely. I think you saw Mallow make a lot more confident touches, although I think Mallow played really good in game 1 as well. But I think Subzero, on the defensive end, he felt a little stuck a lot of the time, and I feel like he became a lot more aggressive as the series went on, and he still played that third man role well. And I think on the other end, Tall, you saw him sit third man, I think, a little too much. I think if he was a little bit more aggressive with his teammate MeepGod and Earn, I think the Crows would have had a little bit more success. But that's all hindsight, Ventus. I mean, I'm just a caster. I don't really know anything. So that's all I got to say about that series. Diffusion, congratulations. They're going on to the grand final.
Yeah, It was a good effort. You got to think if a couple of those early overtime victories went more in their favor, if they were able to take game 1 or game 3, they would be in a much better spot. But unfortunately,
They
that's the way
couldn't
the cookie crumbled. Or game 2, take game 2 and 3. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both all the first 3 games were all overtime,
Oh,
so
that's right.
all very close games, and so if they were able to take any one of those other overtimes and really like solidified them, and if they were able to hold on to that 3-goal lead, man, I just feel like they had a lot of momentum at many points in the series. They looked really good at many points in the series, but unfortunately, they just made too many small mistakes, especially on their touches, especially on the rotations, and that was the big difference maker. It seemed like they were very much 3 individuals this series, and it seemed like Diffusion was very much a team. They were able to pass to each other, play for each other, force for each other, pick up free balls. Div just played absolutely phenomenal, and that's really all you need to do, especially in Novice League, is just be the best team that's in the bracket. And so I think they're still the team to beat. They kind of shocked me. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer, especially with kind of how they ended off the regular season. But props to them.
Yeah, props to them for sure. And you know what? Props to Crip. Step it up here. Thank you for streaming for us, brother. You are the goats and really bad at Rocket League. So with that, we will be headed out to. This will be our last series of the night. And shout out to Crip, like I said, for streaming. Thank you, Ventus, for casting with me. And we will be back Wednesday nights. Thank you for all the donors, sponsors. We can't do this stuff without you. All the subs that were donated and subscribed today. We appreciate you all. But it's bedtime and we have to go. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Stick around for more semifinal Nemesis Gaming League action. We'll see you guys then. Doses.